So around this much of hours ago, it was dubbed.
Yes.
Apple released a new macOS which is called macOS Tahoe 26. Yeah, you hear that right, version 26 instead of macOS 16. So I was lucky that I'm able to install the beta on this MacBook. First of all, I have the developer beta thingy. And second thing, which is this is the oldest MacBook Pro that you can install macOS Tahoe. For a long time viewer, you probably know about this MacBook Pro. It's the spec out version of the 16-inch that you can get, except I have the 4TB instead of the 8TB. Beta update, so I'll go to macOS 26, the whole developer beta, and I'm gonna hit done. Good thing I'm on Ethernet. I will turn off Wi-Fi so that it will speed things up. So as you can see, the beta show up. It shows the generic macOS icon right there and macOS 26, so 26.0. This is the first developer beta, so it's gonna take 4.23 GB. So I'll hit upgrade now. And the terms and conditions, yeah, I'm gonna totally read all of that, that's for sure, and I'm gonna hit agree. So I tried macOS 26 earlier, but not really long though, probably like 30 minutes. Then I feel like, hey, you know what, might as well make a video of this because to show you guys how macOS 26 would run on the oldest MacBook Pro. I can't believe this thing is 6 years old right now. Well, technically it's 5 because this GPU AMD Radeon 5600M was released in mid-2020. Oh wow, at least it's way faster now. Earlier when I tried to download it when it first came out, wow, it was like taking forever. And the nightmare part is that it's gonna take like a really long time just to upgrade the macOS. Nothing special about it because it's a Mac thing pretty much. Anyway, I got iPad OS 26 on this thing and I will make a video about it later on. For now, I'll be making this video which is about this MacBook. I hope that it runs really well, although if it doesn't run that good, I wouldn't be surprised because this is just beta overall. The last time I tried beta on this MacBook, it was, I think, Sonoma. As you can see, this macOS is fresh. It doesn't have all my apps or whatever. All it have is my Apple ID. This thing is pretty much fresh overall. So I was doing something and I didn't realize that it was updating by itself automatically, which is normal because it has a countdown when it's going to be updated within like 60 seconds. So if you ignore that, it will just restart and then it updates. I wonder how hot is it gonna be. Oh, it's warm, 6 more minutes. So I guess you're just gonna wait then. But you know what? Okay, there we go, it's done. So here's the new UI. Software update complete, your Mac has been updated. So continue, analytics. It's gonna be on, you couldn't disable it for beta, which is normal, so continue. iCloud, I'll just leave that off because I don't use this. Your Mac is protected by firewall. Oh yeah, I disabled that, but I guess I need to enable it. So I guess I'll put my password. Welcome. I noticed the font for the continue looks new, so I guess hit that. And oh my gosh, there's so many pop-ups. And there we go, this is macOS Tahoe. Let's go to about this Mac. And as you can see, it has the new animation when it pops up. Yeah, you can see right there, the 2.4 GHz Core i9, 64 gigs of RAM, and it doesn't show the GPU because I'm not using something that's power demand. So yeah, you can see the new animation when I open, but when you close it doesn't do the animation anymore. I guess it's unfortunate. So let's go to settings. Oh, here you can see the lag, general and about. So as you can see, I'm on this version 25A5279M developer beta one. First thing first, I will go to, I think it should be in menu bar. I'm just assuming, I have no ideas. I feel like I have to relearn how to use macOS again because everything looks different. So one of the things I noticed is obviously, for those who are a long time Mac user, you guys know Launchpad. But now, when you do the 5-finger gesture, so it will show this. Oh, it's actually 4. To be honest, I don't really like it that much. Command 1, okay. I don't know whether I like this or not, that's the thing. I guess Spotlight search remains the same. I guess that's fine. Okay, so I found it is under appearance. So Apple lets you change the icon design. It finally changed and yeah, looks the same like iOS, but if you change it to clear, which is new for this new beta. Why is it not changing? Okay, there we go. So as you can see, it has the new design. So that's for the dark mode, and let's go to light. Yeah, this takes forever, but again, it's normal because this is just beta 1. It just came out like less than a day ago as I'm filming this video. I'll leave it in dark, and let's go to the wallpaper collection. And yeah, you can tell it's not good because they only have the macOS Tahoe wallpaper. So as of right now, it's called macOS Beta. Nothing special about it. So they still have the Catalina wallpaper. I guess that's cool. But do they still have my MacBook Pro wallpaper? That's the most important part. Yep, it's here. I will assume the sound effects still remains the same, and yep, it is. The control center, they pretty much redesigned it, so it looks like this now. It's called liquid glass. So you can see I adjust the brightness. I'll just leave it right here, and here's the volume. Let's see, did they change the thing yet? And oh wow, they changed the design for the touch bar. Doesn't look the same until you tap it. Like, let's say the volume, for example, I'll put in the B-roll right here. So I will check for the brightness, and yep, it got the new design too. So this is the old and this is the new. What if I do it from here without the control center on the top? Does it still show? And oh wow, it actually shows like right on the top. Next up, I saw Safari got a bit of major change, so I guess I'll go to Google, and as you can see, there's like a couple of rounded shapes right here. Before it looks like this, now it looks like this. So let's search out my name, go to my channel. But yeah, as you can see, when you open a new app, the edges have like more curve now. So let's go to music. What I saw in the keynote, it got the redesign. I don't have Apple Music, so I'll use the radio. I guess I'll use the hits. Can I make it full screen? Let's just see. It's kind of slow though. Oh. Okay, I have to mute because copyright reasons. Okay, so yeah, this one, I guess it remains the same. Okay. No matter what macOS version you're on, it pretty much looks the same as always. So I guess that's cool. This is the new UI, I guess. I don't know whether I like it or not because it's at the bottom now. Back then it's on the top, but if I don't like it, I guess I have to get used to it. I probably just don't even care, to be honest, because I use Spotify anyway. Let's go to the App Store. Let's see whether it got the new design. So yeah, you can see the new design right here. Let's see how it looks like if it's in dark mode. You know what? I want to change the icon back to default because I want to see how the new design looks like. And one of the things I just noticed right now is the new Finder icon. I don't know whether I like that or not. I think they should bring back the old one. So let's go to dark mode. Let's see, I guess WhatsApp. So this is how it looks like in dark mode. To show you guys how the wallpaper looks like in dark mode. So yeah, you can see this is light, and let's switch to dark. Light, dark, light, and dark. I wonder, does the calendar change at all? And yep, it does not change at all. I know FaceTime and messages got changed a bit, but I'm not gonna show because obviously my privacy. And one more thing I wanna check, because this is the first developer beta, I wonder how the system activity gonna be. Wait, what system activity? What? I mean activity monitor. So got activity monitor right here. Yeah, it looks the same overall. And oh, that's not good. 17GB, and all I have is just the App Store. Good thing I have 64. I guess I'm sort of like a heavy user, although I'm not. I think the highest I've used on this is 50GB, which is good enough for Future Pro. For CPU, looks quite low though. I guess that's good. Oh, one more thing I wanna try. I've just realized I forgot to show you guys something, which is Finder. You can see this is the new design. So when I go to apps, obviously this part remains the same. I have max swing control. This is how the new design looks like when you're gonna open the app for the first time. I guess I need to put my password. The CPU proximity is at 55 degrees Celsius. It will be this much. Both of the fan, it's on automatic. Before I do one thing, I'll just put this on the top right here, as you can see. I wonder how it looks like when you drag an app. Like, let's see, I got Geekman 6 right here. Oh, let's see, open, and yeah, this part remains the same pretty much. Okay, obviously third-party apps, it's still gonna look the same. So yeah, you can see again, macOS 16.0 for some reason shows right here, even though it's supposed to be 26. Intel Core i9 9980HK at 2.4 GHz, 64 gigs of RAM. And this is my GPU, which I forget to show you guys. So I got the AMD Radeon Pro 5600M. So I'll be doing the CPU benchmark and let's see how it would perform. I'll put the fan on automatic just to make it fair, and also right now it's at 52 degrees Celsius. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna wait for it to be done. So as you can see, this is the final result, 1549 for single core and 6943 for multi-core. I couldn't manage to see what's the temperature, but I'll put it right here when it's done doing the benchmark earlier. Okay, so another thing I just realized I forgot to share guys is that when you go to the top menu right here, like say the Apple logo, and as you can see there are several of icons. They added attention to detail on the new macOS. So what do I think about the macOS Tahoe? In my opinion, I think this design looks good. It feels fresh when looking at it. Also, it makes my MacBook feels like a brand new MacBook, even though it's not. Performance wise, for now it's laggy, obviously, which is normal because this is a developer beta. It will be better when it's on the final release. Second thing, which is since Launchpad is gone and it replaced with this, to be honest, I don't really like it. I hope on beta 2 they bring back the Launchpad, because I feel like for a long time Mac user, it's gonna take a lot of time just to switch to this. Well, you'll probably be wondering, do I recommend getting macOS on a 16-inch MacBook Pro? Well, yes and no. Well, let's start off with yes. I would say do it if you have enough space on your MacBook. Just make sure you add a volume in this utility and install this macOS on that volume instead of installing on your main volume. On the other hand, what do I mean by no is that if you wanted to daily drive this, currently it's only on developer beta, I would say don't, unless you know what you're doing pretty much. Also, if you actually really wanted to daily drive macOS Tahoe, I would highly recommend get it around September. That's when the final release. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this video about this MacBook Pro running macOS Tahoe. Anyway, thanks for watching and yeah, goodbye.